Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. How's it going on a Monday night? Nice quiet weather day today. Good way to start the week. Hey, Seth, good to see you. I'm doing great on a Monday night. I've got some holiday errands to run, and I'm going to encourage everybody, get out tonight, get out tomorrow, because things are getting a little slippery for the second half of this work week, and then cold for the weekend. So I think we've got about a 36-hour period here where we're going to have some of the best weather for the next several days. So lots going on to talk about it. Let's start with our first alert of what's headed our way this week, and that includes a windy Tuesday and a wet Wednesday. So a couple of different storm systems heading our way, and it's going to get wildly windy late tomorrow night and Wednesday. So if you've got holiday decorations that are out, I'm telling you, I think you're going to want to secure them, even consider bringing them in perhaps as things are going to get pretty blustery here Tuesday night and Wednesday. All right, here's what the calendar looks like for the week. Today obviously was a pretty quiet day. Tomorrow will be a fairly quiet day. The winds are going to pick up. We're off to a cold start. We've got cold air settling in tonight, but we'll see a few peaks of sun tomorrow afternoon. But then our next storm system is going to roll in for Wednesday. So Wednesday will be a first alert weather day. We're looking at wet conditions for Wednesday morning commute through most of the day, and even Wednesday evening's commute. That in combination with some wind gusts upwards of 30, even 40 miles per hour. So that's where I'm worried about those holiday decorations. Make sure you get those secured before Wednesday's big windstorm comes in. We're going to see that rain potentially change over to a little bit of light snow by Thursday morning. So we're going to kind of keep an eye on Thursday. The timing of that may be slick for the morning commute. I don't think it's going to amount to much. It's not a big accumulation thing. It's just the fact that snow showers will be entering the area on Thursday. And then Friday, we've got a pretty good sized winter storm system coming across the area. It's not going to be heavy snow, but any of us could easily pick up a couple of inches or so throughout the morning hours of Friday. Then it gets cold for the weekend. So this is a busy, busy weather week. All right, here's what we are looking at now outside. Temperatures, I'm going to give you full screen here. Temperatures are in the low 20s now, headed low and mid 20s now, and the feels like temperatures already down into the teens. So it's a chilly night. All that great sunshine we saw this afternoon, well, those clear skies then make for some pretty cold nights tonight. So that's what we're seeing out there now, are those cold temperatures settling in. But it's dry, so that's some good news for the morning commute. You can expect teens for temperatures, but a green light for a nice quiet commute in terms of road conditions. And then look at the afternoon high. We're going to get up to 40 degrees tomorrow. So we get a really quick recovery because the winds that are going to get gusty are actually coming from the south. So that will help us have a pretty good recovery as the day goes on. So starting out right around 20, it's going to feel like the low teens. We'll recover into the 30s pretty quickly. The southerly breezes getting us up to 40 for the afternoon high temperature. And then it looks like we're even going to stay fairly mild tomorrow night. And again, that's all because of the influence of the southerly winds. And it's nice to have that as a little bit of a change, to have things feel a little bit better. But again, tonight it's going to feel like the 20s, and then it's going down to the low teens. This is an update as to how chilly we're going to feel tomorrow morning. So just know that there's going to be a little bit of a difference there between tomorrow morning and tomorrow night. It's going to feel a lot better tomorrow night. So when we're talking about doing any type of events or things like that, tomorrow night's going to be a pretty good night to run some errands. Even if you were thinking about doing the Festival of Lights at the zoo, it will not be quite as bitterly cold, but it is going to be windy. All right, bus ride forecast. Chilly start, cloudy skies when you head the little ones off to school tomorrow, but by the time they head home, it'll be windy and not nearly as cold, with temperatures up around 40 degrees. But let's start to think about what this storm system is going to mean. So tonight we're seeing those winds coming from the east-northeast. By the time we get to tomorrow, those winds swing around to come out of the south. You'll see there pretty quickly, and that is what's also going to bring up some cloud cover. So a cloudy start to the day. I think we will see some clear skies as we go throughout the day, but then Wednesday morning, look what comes our way early. That's some pretty good isolated downpours there. Might even pick up a quarter or a half inch of rain in some locations, but the timing is bad. It's for the morning commute, so we're going to keep windy and wet conditions around all morning long. As we get toward the afternoon, we may even be talking about some snow. So look at the roller coaster ride from these temperatures. We get 40 tomorrow, we get 43 on Wednesday, then that cold front's going to come through and potentially give us some light snow Thursday. Friday's our big winter weather day, and then we get really cold on the backside of that cold front for the weekend. So it's definitely going to be different come Saturday and Sunday with that chill back in the forecast. It does look like we're going to get a little bit better as we get into the mid 40s again next week. All right, looking at Wednesday, we're looking at those rain showers coming in across the area for the morning commute, and the winds are going to pick up. So we are definitely looking at a first alert weather day on Wednesday. Then as we go throughout the day on Wednesday, you can see that the rain's going to hang around, the wind's going to hang around as well, and we're even going to flirt with a little bit of frozen precipitation late Wednesday. Thursday, the models are backing off on that light snow, but we're going to go ahead and keep a potential around, I think, just until we make sure that the drier air works in, because we don't like surprises for the morning commute. So we're going to keep an eye to see if we have any light snow causing any problems for you on Thursday morning. And then the colder air comes. Look at Friday. This timing is not great for the morning commute. We are once again looking at snow showers moving across the area Friday for the morning commute. And we could definitely be talking about accumulation because we've got some of that colder air coming into place as well. So we're not talking heavy snow. I don't think we're going to, get buried in 6+ inches, but I do think it's very feasible that widespread across the tri-state we could pick up a couple of inches of snow early in the day on Friday. Now, what happens after that is going to depend on how quick the warm air comes in. So we are watching for a bubble of warm air to move into our southern counties Friday at noon. That would change that snow over to frozen precipitation and even over to rain, which is obviously going to reduce the amount we see in our southern counties. But quite honestly, we're at least 4 days out. It's just too early to go ahead and time out whether we're going to see rain or snow and how much on Friday. So I just want you to know it's going to be a first alert weather day. It's going to be slick in the morning on the roadways. We may pick up a couple of inches of snow, and then everybody is going to get sharply colder during the weekend, so that by the time we're talking about the Bengals on Sunday, all you tailgaters, woo, you are going to need to bundle up. It is going to be very, very cold. So a lot of changes coming our way as we go throughout the week. All right, here's what the 7-day looks like. 40 degrees tomorrow. We're going to start cold in the morning, so bundle everybody up as you're heading out the door in the morning. And tonight, if you're heading out, you're going to want to bundle as well. I'm going to go run some errands, though, because it's nice and dry out there, and that's good for those holiday errands. 40 tomorrow afternoon. The winds are going to pick up. They're going to come from the south, so we're really not going to cool off at all Tuesday night. So again, tomorrow night might not be a bad night to schedule some errands or outdoor activities either, because it simply won't be as cold. So a bonus there. Wednesday is our first alert weather day, so we are looking for wet and windy conditions all day long. Definitely assess your holiday decorations. Can they handle a 30, even 40 mile per hour wind gusts? We're going to have some excitement on Wednesday, so you may want to bring some stuff in Tuesday to keep everybody safe on Wednesday. Thursday, we're keeping an eye on some light snow for the morning commute, but for the most part, it'll be a quiet but colder day on Thursday. Friday's our winter weather day. I think we're going to see a good mix of snow and also maybe some freezing rain mixing in for the morning commute. Could pick up a couple of inches on Friday, and then we turn sharply colder for both weekend days. Right now the weekend looks dry, so that's good, but it's going to be cold. Low teens to start the day Saturday and Sunday. So it's going to be extra cold for the Bengals tailgates, cold for that game as well. And it looks like we have a little bit of a warm-up for next week. So it's a real roller coaster ride right now. I want to remind everybody that the average high for this time of year is 45 degrees. And for these first 8 days of December, we're nearly 10 degrees below average overall. So it's been a very cold start to the month. Looks like we're going to moderate that a little bit in the middle of the week, and it looks like it'll moderate a little bit in the middle of next week as well. But we got rain, we got wind, we got snow, we got it all going on here. So lots of very active weather. Hi, JD in Canton, always saying hi to us. I do know who Jeff Tanchik is. I have never worked with him, although I did work in Cleveland for a while. So that is how I know who it is. All right, anybody else have any other questions out there tonight? I know everybody's pretty quiet, but it's a quiet weather pattern right now, so that's the good news. I'll be back tomorrow at 7:15, and we're going to help you make your plans because I know things are going to get a little interesting for the middle of the week. I'm planning on going out this evening to run a couple errands, and tomorrow's going to be a good day for you to do the same. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for checking in, and we will talk to you again very soon. Have a great night. Stay warm. It's going to be cold for tomorrow night and tonight.